The overall theme is Fabric Chronicles, Sculpting the Unseen. So why I did Sculpting the Unseen is that we all look past through our cultural differences. You know, there has been a huge negative connotation against migration, immigration, and so forth. But what people don't realize is that immigration and migrations have been happening ever since the beginning of humanity. Because what do we want? We want food, water, shelter, clothing, and something good for our family, right? So humans have been migrating forever. But when I started doing this art 6 years ago in 2018, I was a biochemist before, and I was in the basements of labs just working away with things that you can't see, like on DNA and cells and culture and so on and so forth. But when I became an artist, I realized that not a lot of people were writing our stories, you know, like the stories of migrant population from the place that I come from, which is India. And I came here at the age of 20, just shy of 27. And I'm going to be 65 this year. And I thought that, wow, we've come all this way and no one is talking about us. But if you look around, a lot of contributions have been made in different fields. So I decided one day that I'm going to tell the stories of all these women in Dayton who inspire me so much. Whenever I do some art, I always try to speak about some kind of a social issue that's happening. That I want to make pretty pictures, but I want to say something about it, about a situation that bothers me, or speak up against certain things and so on. So I'm kind of like an activist of sort, and I just find that art gives me a chance to talk about things that I care about. The first time that I made a sculpture, that was about 2 years ago. It got accepted in a national juried exhibition called Recycle. And when that call came out, I thought, very nice, I can do a sculpture and with sarees, because I would take sarees from local women of Indian origin, and I said, that is recycled, but the material, as you can see, these are, you won't believe it, but these are actually worn, loved, and used sarees. The fabric is so gorgeous that it's a shame that it sits folded away and then nobody's using it anymore. So that's what I did. I asked people to give me their unused sarees, and I decided to make sculptures. These women, they either came to Dayton, Ohio, through going through a lot of different places. Like for me, I finally settled in Dayton, Ohio because my husband came here for a job. But before that, the two of us roamed around like 7 places. And then we called Dayton our home. So our journey was not so straightforward. And then if you look at all these women that inspire me here in Dayton, Ohio, same way. Some came through marriage, and some came through because they were students, or some came because they were postdocs or whatever. But if you look at any field possible, they're there. They're businesswomen, they are lawyers, they are volunteers, they are homemakers, and they just are just incredible. These women are powerful. They have an opinion, and they are not shy. So that's why I wanted to celebrate the contributions of them by taking sarees from them. Now, let me make a sculpture and tell people your story. But if you look at these sarees, at the bottom, there is a fabric that's about 4 or 5 inches wide, and then you take that, you rip it off so that it's unexposed now, and then I covered the hula hoop with the falls, because the falls helps a saree just fall down real well, Then I sculpted something called Bandhani ki Udaan. Bandhani is a 6,000-year-old tie-dye technique that originated in the Africas, Asia, and so on and so forth. So in that, what people do is they take cloth and they tie it up. It's just like tie-dye. but you tie up this long 6 yard of fabric with absolutely little threads, and then you dye it. And then that's it's called bandhani. It's from an area in Gujarat in India. So eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to take pictures of all of these sculptures, then I'm going to make a little children's book and a coffee table book, because then I know that I can literally do justice to all these women who have inspired me with all the work that they've done. And sadly, some women have passed on. Nobody's talking about them. And Dayton, Ohio is just a teeny tiny section of the USA. Now, if there is a joke, see, I'm from Kerala in India, which is the southwest of India. And they say that if you go to the moon, you will find a Malayali. A Malayali is a person who resides in Kerala. You would find a Malayali selling tea up there on the moon. So that means the people from India, of any Indian origin, are all over the world. It's insane how true that is. And so if I'm just going to tell you a story of some women from Dayton, Ohio, just expand that and just imagine the contributions of people from this particular region of Asia and their contribution to society. It's just tremendous. I just wanted to throw some light on it. I do have a small studio in Centerville where I plan to teach classes